Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm JD, and today we're looking at another seed. That's right, starting up the seed series again. If you don't know and you're new to my seed series, then I'll just let you know what we're going to be doing. So I look up a different YouTuber's name in the seed field when I'm creating a new world, and I explore. And for this week, we're looking at Grian. If you don't know Grian, well, he's one of the hermits, of course, and he does some great time-lapse videos. I really enjoy them. Now, so how we're going to be doing this is we're going to be taking a look at this seed. So first of all, let's take a look at the area around spawn. So this is spawn 136 and 8, and this is what we have. So we can see taiga forest. There's a village over there. We got mountains, some interesting waterfalls and overhangs, and it looks like ocean over there. So let's take a look at some of the nearby things here. After that, we're going to go through my top 5 highlights that are outside the spawn area, and then we'll do a full tour, look at some of the big, mega structures like monuments and mansions. Where are they? And finally, the Nether. So let's take a look around spawn first. I think the nearest thing that you notice is this overhang here. This is an interesting place to put a little starter base, I think. Great view, great access to all of these trees. So spruce is probably one of my favorite trees. Oh, and there's a fox right down there. But having these waterfalls, that's really neat. And then heading over here, let's go quickly. We have a great plains biome over here. I'll be touching on that a bit later. But right over here is a plains village. This is a pretty nice one. We do have what looks like a blacksmith right here. So we've got that, and it's a good size. I like this village. So from that village, we can come over the plains and find this one. Now, this one is probably less attractive, mainly because it's a zombie village. Yeah, unfortunately. Now with spawn just over there, come over the water, and we come to these mountains here. Now there is a cave in here and an overhang that is just crazy. So this overhang here, this area, nice overhang, but this cave, we start here. It's really interesting because it's like a spiral cave. But if we continue over in this direction, I love this cave. Look at this. Just goes right through the mountain. That just seems like an amazing place to build a base. So now we're going to take a look at my top 5 highlights that are outside the spawn area, and we have some very interesting ones. The first one is in the northwest, and it's in this tundra area. And you can see this ravine here. This is an incredibly wide ravine. This looks amazing for just building inside of. Of course, there is a lot of lava down here, but if you want to risk that, this is great. This is a great place to build something, I think. Lots of ledges, and it's just so wide. In the southeast, we have this incredible mountain. Just take a look here. There's so many interesting caves and overhangs, and this is one of my favorite spots. I have to say, this would be an amazing place to build a hidden base. Great for builders. If we head to the southwest, and that's where the zombie village is, just not too far away is this broad plains that's tucked in between these mountains and these mountains. Beyond that, we have some tundra, but this looks like a great place to build a town or a village. If we venture into the tundra, we've got this snowy village, which has something really nice. So let's take a look underground, because we have a stronghold. I'll leave it up to you to explore this stronghold, but this looks like a pretty good location, not too far from spawn. And finally, still in the tundra, we have a couple of small snowy villages, which is nice to see, but just beyond them we have this great mega taiga, or I guess you call it the giant spruce or giant tree biome. And look at all that podzol. And this is a pretty extensive forest. So let's begin our more in-depth tour. We're going to start in the northwest. And as you may not know, I usually go about 1,000 blocks away from spawn, and that's the extent. So what you're going to see is within 1,000 blocks of spawn. First of all, we have this nice little village with 3 churches. So we've got plenty of brewing stands. Now beyond that, we have an outpost. And I like this area. It looks quite nice. And as you can see in the distance, there is jungle. So that is more than 1,000 blocks away from spawn, but there is a jungle fairly close by. And of course, these guys. The northwest has a lot of ocean and a lot of shipwrecks, like this one, which looks like it's a complete shipwreck. And then this sneaky hidden one. It's in an underwater ravine. Very interesting location, but it's a fairly shallow ravine, at least. And then there's this shipwreck surrounded by ruins. Lots of treasure to be found here. Back at our church village, if we go in the opposite direction of the outpost, we come to this area. This is a great place to settle with these plains and this lake. This side is pretty nice to build in. The other side, a little more adventurous. You remember this big ravine that we looked at earlier? Well, nearby we have this incredibly tiny coral reef. This has got to be the smallest coral reef I have ever found in Minecraft. It's even inside. Very interesting. The northeast is quite watery. We're going to start off with this shipwreck, which is right by a ravine. But very close by, I'll just go here quickly, we have a collection of ruins. And then off in this direction, what do we find? Yet another shipwreck. This one is upside down and it's only a partial. But in this area, we've got plenty of treasure. Next up is this great village. As you can see, it's in a plains and it's got some dark oak on a couple sides, a few mixed forests, birch in the distance, and ocean right over there. This looks like a great place to settle, but this one has an interesting thing. Right down here is a ravine, and it goes all the way down to diamond level. Very close to the village, we have what looks to be a double ravine. So one ravine is, of course, visible on the surface, but if you go over here, we've got yet another ravine. Very nice. And this also has some great big caves, like right up here. Great cave system through here. Plenty of resources, and I'm sure you'll find some diamonds. A short distance from our double ravine, we have yet another village. This one has a really nice location. So you can see some plains and, of course, the ocean. It's a plains village right on the beach. I like this setting. Looks great. But I don't see a blacksmith. But don't worry, there is some treasure. Just walk off this dock here and you can find some ruins down here. Look at that. And just down the shore from the village over there, we have this interesting cave. So if we just go down here, so let's walk through it. What we have is a bit of a spiral. So we can go through here, and it goes down and down and down. Oh, not there. It just continues spiraling down. And then we get into a much broader cave system. While the north seemed to be a lot warmer, the south looks like it has a lot of snow. So we're in the southwest, and to start off, we have this mountain here. It's a very interesting mountain system. I love terrain like this. And you've got this tunnel that goes through into this area, which you could build a nice hidden base in. Also, great place to go mining. There are a lot of villages in the southwest. We've got this nice taiga village stuck in this spruce forest. Got a little lake here too, and some plains beyond that. Great little location. You remember that village near the mega taiga over there? Well, here's the other village. Again, it's a fairly small one. There's not much to see here, but at least we do have some villages in this snowy terrain. But right next to the mega taiga is this village. Unfortunately, this is an abandoned village, so you won't find any villagers here. One thing I failed to mention with our stronghold village, yeah, that's where we are now. If we go down in here, we have a zombie spawner. It's exposed. Doesn't this make this village seem so much better? I think so. A bit beyond our stronghold village, we have a ruined portal. Finally, this is the first time we've seen one of these in this seed. And this is the only one that's within 1,000 blocks of spawn. But between our stronghold village and the ruined portal, we have this little area which has lots of overhangs. And I really like landscapes like this. Great places to build in. And you even have this bit of a tunnel that goes through and down to the village. Now let's check out the southeast. I've got a nice little plains here, surrounded by lots of forest and mountains, but right here we have a really interesting ravine. What I find interesting about it is not so much what's in it, but its location. As you can see, it goes right into the side of a mountain. And that is a bit unusual. Not too far away is another remarkable location which would be great for a base. And, you know, I love these mountains with these overhangs. They look so protected. And this one has its own pools of lava. A little bit more dangerous, but as you can see, we've got over here, if we go a little farther in, nice open area on a couple levels. That would be great for building in. We also have this ravine. Not really notable, it's not very deep, but I thought I'd mention it. And finally, yes, there is a village in the southeast, but it's a pretty good size, but unfortunately, it's a zombie village. Yeah, that's not that great, is it? Well, it should have some resources. We're back at spawn now, but there are a couple more things I want to show you. First of all, we have some other structures like mansions and monuments that we can take a look at, but none of them are within 1,000 blocks. So I will show you the nearest monument and the nearest mansion. Unfortunately, I can't find a jungle temple that's really nearby. For some reason, the search, the find function in Bedrock takes me to an igloo, which doesn't have anything in it. So it turns out the ocean monument isn't really that far. Well, we do have a shipwreck here, but that's not one that we've seen. So we were over there. We have seen that outpost, and there were a lot of shipwrecks over there. So if you go to the north, you can find this. And it's nicely situated next to some islands, which is great. You can set up a base there. But just beyond that, of course, is our jungle. You may want to travel nearly 30,000 blocks to go to this area. We have multiple villages, a desert, a jungle, and this. It's our mansion. This is a pretty typical looking mansion, but a little bonus here. Just beyond this, going towards the jungle, what do we find? Oh, I see it poking out right there. That's right. It's a jungle temple. And how convenient is that? Except it's pretty far from spawn. So, enjoy walking. And finally, back at spawn, we're going to the Nether. Let's take a look at what we can see in here. So as soon as we come out, it's a cliff. Yeah, so we have a huge lava lake. That is massive. But going around here, we can see it's our warped forest. Let's see if I can talk here. Warped forest, yes. And is there anything around here? Let's go through here, and there it is. It's a fortress. And that is nice and convenient to find a fortress right there. Now, if we go a little bit farther, let's go on this way again. Go across this lake, and what we are going to find, well, we can see more warped forest, but here we come. More warped forest. There it is. Crimson Forest. Looks like it's not too big, or is it? Come up here. Yeah, there's more. Looks nice. Now, if we go in this direction, you can see quite a bit more. Looks like nether wastes, which is the old Nether. This actually has a very large nether wastes area, which is quite interesting. Here we go. Basalt Delta. Basalt Delta, I love how it looks. It's just amazing area. Got more down here. And it looks like we have another ruined portal right here. That's nice. So, come back out here. And we can see even more Basalt Delta. It's a fairly extensive one. Very nice. But now I have done some exploring here, and I've searched for the nearest bastion, but what it gives me is inside solid rock. There's no way to get through to it, so unless you're digging straight through. Now, I'm not even sure if there is a bastion there. I've tried searching, but that's up to you to find out. And there you go. That is the Grian seed. Now remember, it is a capital G-R-I-A-N. You have to type that into the seed field when you're creating a new world. This is for Bedrock Edition only, not Java. I should emphasize that. Now, I think this seed has a lot of potential for building in. It's doesn't have some unusual things, not really, but a lot of the things that you can find are not too far, unless you want the mansion or the jungle temple. That's a bit far. The Nether, kind of a dangerous location. It's wide open for attacks from ghasts, and yeah, that can be a little scary there. So let me know where you would like to build in this world. You can let me know in the comment section below. If you like the video, then please give it a thumbs up. And if you're interested in seeing some more seed videos for Bedrock, then please consider subscribing. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.